First of all, I would just like to make it known that I don't like CNN. I don't watch CNN. I don't think that CNN does good stories, and I understand a lot of the arguments of the fake news people, especially like the whole Russia thing that was just beat into the ground, and other stories that it does seem like they intentionally attack Trump. That being said, it gets to a point where I think these fake news Trump supporting people are literally fighting for something that they would be complaining about if the situation was reversed. I came across this video from Mark Dice, and I have seen videos of him before. He's not somebody I watch normally. I think I stumbled across this video when I was watching things about the hurricane. And in this video, he will play clips of him watching Fox News, and he shakes his head and smiles and says, "Oh, this is real news." And then he changes it to CNN, and the bottom third and a whole side third of the screen are taken up with hurricane coverage, but in the box in the center, they're covering the fact that Donald Trump pardoned Sheriff Joe Arpaio, or they're discussing that he banned transgenders from the military. And he says that they're just complaining about Trump, that why would they be doing this when there's a hurricane outside? Well, just because there's a hurricane doesn't mean there aren't other news stories. He goes on to say, oh, people's lives could be at risk. No, people are watching local Texas news for that type of information. A 24-hour news network, not even Fox News, is going to sit there and cover just that hurricane 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while it's happening, while it's making landfall, and not cover any other stories. But he goes on to explain that they're fake news and they're just picking on Donald Trump. And I don't understand the logic in that, because if you have a station that is not going to cover these things, in his video, he says it is a massive news dump. So he understands that President Trump didn't want this covered, and he's criticizing CNN for covering it and saying, oh, they should be more like Fox News and not cover it. But if no news network covered it, if they all just gobbled Trump's balls like Fox News does, how is that different than government-sanctioned propaganda news? I don't like CNN, I don't, but I think we should be able to have a free press, and I don't think just because CNN decides to cover stories that are still relevant, stories that are still true, that makes them fake news. That seems stupid to even assume that, when there are situations that the fake news type of thing needs to be brought up, because there are news stories out there that happen, but this isn't one of them. They're covering something that happened on the same day that you admit is trying to be kind of brushed under the rug so it doesn't get very much coverage. So I guess I just don't understand why this is a good thing that Fox News doesn't cover it. I think every news network should cover these types of stories, but I don't think it's right for these fake news people to just, any station that doesn't deep throat President Trump is fake news. I don't think that's what it should be used for, and it's not. You don't have to be pro-Trump 100% of the time to be real news. That's not correct. And it's very obvious why this guy wants everything to be fake news.
I hope you'll check out my new online store where you can get a You Are Fake News t-shirt and all sorts of other cool stuff. Check the link in the description below. Your purchase helps keep this channel running. Thanks for your support, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.